Merc. You do something?
Reported. Proceed with
Got
caution.
several guys coming at me now.
Find some cover, quick!
You should have stayed home.
This is Incursion Red River, a super fun first-person extraction shooter that's PvE only. So let's come into the Hideout. These are some things that I really wished I would have known when I first started to play the game. In your hideout, you only have three things: your shooting range, your stash over there, and your terminal. So let's get a gun into our hand. Hit the tab key, and this is our inventory. Here's your AK-74M. It's got 30 of 30 rounds in the magazine. Got a couple of other extra magazines here. Hit the tab key again. Press your 1 key. Check your firing mode. This is full auto. This is semi-auto. Hit the bottom button to move your target back. You can hit it again to move it back farther. You're not going to use bullets when you're in the shooting range. So let's come over to our stash. This is all the gear that the game gives you. It's enough to play 3 or 4 raids, that's what they call missions in the game, and to have enough gear to come back and do it again if you don't complete the raid. Let's take a look at this AK. It doesn't have any sights, it only has iron sights. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to do a compatible search, and it brings me over to the terminal. You can see that I have it in the search here. You can come out of the terminal and you can walk over here, and you can walk all the way back, or you can use your tab key to go between your stash and your terminal. Alright, so let's look for a sight. Attachments, sight. This is the one that's available. OKP7 reflex sight. Let's add it to the cart. So let's take sights out of the search, and we might want to take some extra ammo in. We'll add a few of those. And there's one more thing that you might want. We're going to look for flashlight. I would take this Surefire Mini Scout flashlight, add it to the cart. We're going to spend a little over $1,000 out of our bankroll, which is $5,000. Purchase it, hit the tab key. Now we're back into our inventory. Here's our sight. Once you start to move this, you'll see all of the weapons or rigs, backpacks, wherever you could put this piece of equipment. We're going to bring it right over here and put it onto the AK. We hit escape. Now you can see that we have sights. This is the ammo. If you were to come over to your magazine and right click and unload the ammo, you see this is 5.45 by 3.9 MPS 30 rounds. This is the same, but they stack in 60 rounds. I'm going to drag these down here. I'm going to put this here. I'm going to bring in some extra ammo. And I'm going to bring in an extra clip. You want to leave this slot open in your tactical rig, because if you run out of ammo in those magazines and you don't have an empty slot, the mag will drop to the ground. Now, we can unload the ammo here, bring it down. You can see this clip is 0 of 30 rounds. All I have to do is drag some ammo up into it, drag some ammo up into here, and now they're all full. Okay, another very important tip. This is your belt. We're going to put bandages, this painkiller. There are 4 of 4 of these. We're going to take another bandage, and we're going to take this health injector. This is a very important item because if you get really hurt, this will save your life. Now I want to drag these down into the 5 key, 6, 7, and 8 key. That way I can access those quickly. You can also hit the H key to heal yourself, but the game is going to heal you with what it thinks is best. And there may be times you need this. Another thing to know is if you want to turn any of this equipment sideways, just hit the R key. You can put it into your inventory or your backpack horizontally. Save a little space. So I'm going to put my ammo, organize it into my backpack. This is how much space I have in the backpack. If you don't use the Glock a whole lot, you could leave this clip and move your ammo up into here to save some more space. Now the flashlight, I'm going to put it down into my backpack as well. You don't want it taking up one of these spaces. Hit the tab key, we'll come back over to the terminal, and let's go to the inbox. The game is set in war-torn modern-day Vietnam, where we have different factions that are kind of competing with each other. Over here on your job board, this is where you're going to select a mission to go on a raid. Down here we have our faction reputation. This is what you're going to get when you come into a brand new game. You're going to get unlocked tier 2 of VLF. This is UICS. Each one of these spaces is about 25%. Over here in the trader, if we take out flashlight, you'll see that we cannot purchase these rounds. We don't have enough faction reputation with UICS. This is VLF and this is IGC. So over on the job board, let's click this. We need to place 1 bomb and extract. We're going to get 5% faction reputation towards VLF, 3,000 in cash, some rounds, and a couple of magazines. This is UICS. We need to find the secure intel, 1 piece, place it, and extract. And this is the rewards. This is the IGC. We need to install jammers, 0 of 3, and extract. In order to get your rewards, you have to be tracking the mission. I think I'm going to come into this UICS mission, track it. This is what we need to do. These are our rewards. Now we need to go over to deploy. You have the bunker map where your arrival time is 7:47 p.m. In the bunker it's dark, so it doesn't matter as much that you're coming so late. The little exclamation point indicates the map we need to be in order to fulfill our raid. Now we're coming in at 4:31 p.m. If you came in at 4:33 p.m., it's going to be getting close to dark, and if you don't find a weapon you can put that flashlight on, it's going to be hard to play. We could come in at 4:34 a.m. That's a little early. It's going to be about another hour and a half game time until you start to see sunlight. So what I would do if I was a new player is I would hit your F10 key. That brings up the console. And I would start typing set time of day space 4. Hit enter. Now you can see we're coming in at 7:26 a.m. That's going to be a good time to come in. You're going to have plenty of daylight, plenty of time to get your mission complete. So now we hit deploy. and will be brought into the lobby. Here's where you can invite friends. If you want to play PvP, invite some friends and put on friendly fire. So we'll click ready and it'll take us into the map. Watch part 2 and I'll take you through a raid and give you some more tips. See you in the next time.